Hillary Clinton had a rough weekend at Munich. Like, listen, you could have just gone to Munich and gone to a game, local soccer match. She takes the train because they're worried about the climate. And then, who knows if that's even her getting in and out of the train anyways. Vinny was wondering and saying, I don't even know if that's her or not. But she gets out, and then all of a sudden, nobody has an idea who this man is. Nobody. He became an overnight sensation. This man's going to be invited to shows, to podcasts. This man is going to be the guy people want. It was almost like Dominic Charginski that day when he does the interview. Exactly. And he says, not one. This guy had a moment with Hillary to her face. Like if it was like the movie Hangover, in your face. Yeah. That one. In your face. Yeah. Go ahead. By the way, here is Czech Deputy Prime Minister Peter Mochinka. Go ahead, Rob.
We saw the cancel culture. We saw the woke revolution. I don't agree with the gender revolution, the climate alarmism.
Which gender? Women having their rights?
No.
Look at her face, Pat.
Let Peter go on.
I think there are two genders.
Pause. The lady corrects another lady.
Yes.
This would have never happened 4 years ago, especially to Madam Secretary. You don't touch this lady.
Yep.
Go back again. Go back. Rob, can you find another clip? Play this one because at the beginning when he starts, it's solid as well. Go ahead and play this clip. Watch the lady stops Hillary to say, let him finish. Go ahead.
The climate alarmism.
Which gender? Women having their rights?
No. Let Peter go on.
I think there are two genders. But some of us think that there is more than one or more than two gender. I think there is male and female, and the rest probably is a social construct. So this is something that went too far.
But does that justify selling out the people of Ukraine who are on the front lines dying to save their freedom and their two genders? If that's what you're worried about?
Can I please finish my points? I'm sorry that
what?
It makes you nervous. I'm really sorry for that.
It makes me nervous. It makes me
very unhappy. But if this wasn't on camera, that guy would be. He would have killed himself.
He's alive, though. He's alive. We verify
He's alive?
every minute. I have the team verifying he's still alive.
Did you see that look in her face?
But isn't that the MSM?
That's the Hillary,
Rob?
That is
this
such
is
the
where
playbook.
Hillary admits that she doesn't like President Trump because of what he's doing to the world.
Go ahead.
Peter, do you agree that the Trump administration's actions on Ukraine have produced a rift in the West?
Well, first, I think you really don't like him.
That is absolutely true. But I really, not only do I not like him, I don't like him because of what he's doing to the United States and the world.
It's a little more than that, Madam Secretary, respectfully. It's a little more than that. Tom, your thoughts on this scene?
Well, what was really interesting is Hillary was cornered, and she had to go to the playbook. She had to go to the playbook. And what is the playbook? Pick something inflammatory. Oh, two genders over here, and there's people on the front lines in Ukraine over there. That's the playbook when you don't want to answer the question. That is the inflammatory, emotional Democrat playbook. And I just think Hillary was just sort of long in the tooth. She's been there, and there is no longer the big thing that you see here. She's on a small stage with people she would not normally be on the stage with. Because who you agree to go on, Pat, you see this, who you agree to go on the stage with is important, right? And Hillary agreed to go on stage with the vice president or vice administrator of Czech Republic. She agreed to go on there with this news media. And that really shows that, her gravitas, the shelf life of her gravitas is kind of come and gone. And she's an opinion. She's a learned person. She was Secretary of State. She was all these things. And she's had a big career and she has a voice. But her gravitas, it's like Obama. Remember when Obama at the election, you called it, Pat? You said this is the worst day of his political life. It all changes now because he threw his weight at it and he took the L. Well, I think that's where Hillary is. There's not much left to say about this other than it suddenly is newsworthy that. And then there's another part that I think we'll talk about later where she has to backtrack on something significant.
Yeah, on Epstein. Rob, is this the clip of Epstein or which one is the one you have up?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead, Rob. Watch this.
We've been talking about Western values throughout the conference, and Madam Secretary, I'd like to ask you, I'm the mother of a daughter, and it absolutely horrifies me to see what the Epstein files have brought out. And I wanted to ask you, what does it say about Western values when Western leaders have perpetuated and participated in these horrific abuses of minors and girls?
Thank you very much. We have gone everywhere from New Start to Epstein.
To the last question, it's horrifying, and we're hoping that there will be continued release every day that passes. That doesn't mean, as our news commentators say every day in the United States, that because someone's name is there, they committed a crime. But I think there's a lot of very troubling and really horrific information coming out. Today, it came out that Steve Bannon was trying to get Jeffrey Epstein to help him overthrow Pope Francis. I guess that was part of the civilizational
true
conservatism. So it is something that needs to be totally transparent. I've called for many years for everything to be put out there so people can not only see what is in them, but also, if appropriate, hold people accountable. We'll see what happens. On the New START treaty, which we were.
Vinny.
I mean, it's kind of ironic that it's in Munich at a security conference, and they have a woman who was horrible at her job with security in the United States because Chris Stevens died under her watch because she was ignoring him, emailing, begging for help and security because he felt that an attack was coming, and then she lied all about it and said it was because of a video, and American soldiers died, an American ambassador died, and she sat there in Congress like this, like, what difference does it make? So that's my first point. My second point, it's just the Democratic Party needs to move on from these people. You need to move on from the Hillary Clintons. Stop putting Obama up there. Stop putting Nancy Pelosi. I understand. Move on. The only messed up thing is you move on and you have the AOCs, you have the Gretchen Whitmers, and you have the Gavin Newsoms, which I know we're going to get into, Pat, in a second. But just her. And by the way, when they were talking about the transition, she's worrying about the two gender and stuff. She was hosting a panel afterwards, and Pat, I think you have it, Rob, don't you? She's hosting a panel on women's rights, and the first speaker she has on the panel is a biological male, Timothy McBride, who goes by Sarah McBride. You can't make it up. So you think once
I hope they continue with this.
Me too.
I hope that you're right. Keep pushing for 2028.
Yes.
I hope transgender is a top 3 issue for them in 2028.
I think it will be.
I hope it is. I hope they go with this exact ideology that they're going with. Keep pushing it.
Please
Keep
do it.
driving.
Do it.
I hope you do. Truly, I hope they do it. Because people are starting to say, dude, relax, man. This is too. Even Democrats are getting sick of this idea of what direction they're going. So I am hoping, and I'm optimistic they continue. And by the way, right now, of the people that they're looking at on the left, top 3, one of them is Newsom, one of them is AOC. This one won't last a second, folks. We're at the Pentagon. I don't know where we were at, Department of State. Guy pulls up to us and says, you know what's the only thing I don't like about you guys? I said, what's that? I'm trying to see what he's going to say. Tom was right next to me.
Yep.
Your limited edition hats, when you announce, sells out immediately. And some of us that don't watch the videos until the afternoon, we don't get a chance to get it. I said, dude, I can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Here's the latest limited edition. Look at how this beautiful hat, yellow hat, 250th anniversary. Go ahead, Rob.
February is about discipline. The habits built daily. The consistency that shapes who we become. Resilience, responsibility, and the courage to move forward with conviction. Consistency creates confidence. Confidence fuels consistency. Honoring our past gives purpose to our future. At 250 years strong, one message stands clear. The future looks bright at 250. One nation under God.
Limited edition, 250 hats. Like I told you last time, the last one sold within the first 100 minutes that we had, a little over an hour and 40 minutes that we had. It was gone. This one's going to go in no time because this is as we go further, the hats get more and more limited and until we get. But this is going to be the one. Some of you guys are going to own all of them. And if you guys don't pick this up, you can still buy this on eBay when other people buy them and post it there. So go pick this one up. There's one that's black and silver for some of you guys that don't get access to this one. The black and silver is not limited. It's one that anybody can order.
That's sick.
So you can get that one as well. Place order for both of them because these sold out last time and we had to get a whole new shipment coming out, so they don't get there till March. Anyways, having said that, go to vtmerch.com, place your order there.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.